The Cybersecurity Enhancement Act of 2002 mandates life sentence for hackers who recklessly endanger the lives of others. Malicious hackers who create a life-threatening situation by attacking computer networks for transportation systems, power companies or other public services or utilities can be prosecuted under this law. The Security Protect Yourself Against Cyber Trespass Act of 2007 deals with the use of spyware on computer systems and essentially prohibits taking remote control of a computer when you have not been authorized to do so, using a computer to send unsolicited information to people, commonly known as spamming. Redirecting a web browser to another site that is not authorized by the user, displaying advertisements that cause the user to have to close out of the web browser, collecting personal information using keystroke logging, changing the default web page of the browser, misleading user so they click on a web page link or duplicating a similar web page to mislead a user. The Spy Act is important in that it starts to recognize unknowing pop-ups and spam as more than mere annoyances and as real hacking attempts. The Spy Act lays a foundation for prosecuting hackers that use spam pop-ups and links in emails. The US Code categorizes and defines the laws of the United States by titles. Title 18 details crimes and criminal procedure. Section 1029 fraud and related activity in connection with access devices states that if you produce, sell, or use counterfeit access devices or telecommunications instruments with internet to commit fraud and obtain services or products with a value over $1,000, you have broken the law. Section 1029 criminalizes the misuse of computer passwords and other access devices such as token cards. Section 1030 fraud and related activity in connection with computers prohibit accessing protected computers without permission and causing damage. The statute criminalizes the spreading of viruses and worms and breaking into computer systems by unauthorized individuals. The Federal Information Security Management Act basically gives ethical hackers the power to do types of testing they perform and makes it a mandatory requirement for government agencies. FISMA requires that each federal agency develop, document, and implement an agency-wide information security program to provide information security for the information and information systems that support the operation and assets of the agency, including those provided or managed by another agency, contractor, or other source. The information security program must include the periodic assessment of the risk and magnitude of the harm that could result from the unauthorized access, use, disclosure, disruption, modification, or destruction of information and information systems that support the operation and assets of the agency. Policies and procedures that are based on risk assessments cost effectively reduce information security risks to an acceptable level and ensure that information security is addressed throughout the life cycle of each agency information system. Subordinate plans for providing adequate information security for network facilities, information systems, or groups of information system as appropriate.
Blah 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 blah.
Security awarenesses training to inform personnel of the information security risks associated with their activities and their responsibilities in complying with agency policies and procedures designed to reduce these risks. Periodic testing and evaluation of the effectiveness of information security policies, procedures, and practices. With a frequency depending on risk, but no less than annually. Other countries each have their own applicable laws regarding protection of information and hacking attacks. When you are performing penetration testing for international organizations, it is imperative to check the laws of the governing nation to make sure the testing is legal in the country. With the use of the internet and remote attacks, regional and international borders can be crossed very quickly. When you are performing an outside remote attack, the data may be stored on servers in another country and the laws of that country may apply. It is better to be safe than sorry. So do the research prior to engaging in a penetration test for an international entity. In some countries, laws may be more internet than in the United States, and this fact may work to your advantage as you perform information gathering. Ethical hacking is more than just running hacking tools and gaining unauthorized access to systems just to see what is accessible. When performed by a security professional, ethical hacking encompasses all aspects of reconnaissance and information gathering, a structured approach, and post-attack analysis. Ethical hackers require in-depth knowledge of system and tool as well as a great deal of patience and restraint to ensure no damage is done to the target systems. Hacking can be performed ethically and in fact is being mandated by government and the private sector to ensure system security. Make sure you are familiar with and can define the term threats, exploit, vulnerability, target of evaluation, and attack. Ethical hackers are security professionals who act defensively. Crackers are malicious hackers who choose to inflict damage on a target system.